I miss you.
Hi.
Hi.
I was waiting for my cue. I was like, is it now? Do I
That's
go?
it. I miss you, and that's it. That's the whole cue. Joyann Parker, everybody.
Hi.
Aw.
Doing these things still, the Zoomy thing.
Well, and there's always like room for a delay, so who knows? Who knows what that was? I'm gonna sing a theme song at your face. Are you ready for
All
this?
right, great.
Okay. Hey, I miss you, and I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you sing me a couple tunes, and I'll just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, I miss you.
I miss you too.
Oh, yes, we can sing back and forth at each other. Oh, Joyann Parker, it's so good to see you. I need you to take a second and introduce the disembodied hand that we
Yeah,
have.
this is my accompanist, Mark Lamoine over here.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, you're just gonna like see his hand moving over there. That's a little.
That's great. We can just see his hand. Now that we know it's attached to a human, it's like going to be more comfortable for
Yeah, that
all
would
of
be a
us.
little odd, right? Like, yeah.
Just watch this hand on over Joyann's shoulder. Uh, yes,
That's my
yes,
third
yes.
chance. Want to tell your kids you have
Oh, yes, he can do creepy things with it. This is amazing. I love it. Okay. Anyways, I'm going to ask you, Joyann, how are you right now, this minute? If I
I
took a picture.
I am really well. Busy with homeschooling and just everything else going on, but very well. We're very well here, and we'll see if my kids make noise. I told them they have to be quiet now for the
Yep.
next however long. And right as soon as I said that, there was a bunch of laughing downstairs. So I went, well, okay, you might hear the kids. But yeah, we're really well. We moved in August, and we're over in Wisconsin, and it's we have a big, huge yard and lots of nature around, and it's wonderful. So we're good.
That's awesome. That's awesome. My kids are downstairs too, and they also might make noise. So
Hey,
that's just the real of
yeah,
this.
that's
It's a
right.
live TV show from two moms who are like pretty sure their kids are learning something downstairs. Maybe.
Well, I'm actually the teacher. We're actually on spring break this week. I actually
Oh,
homeschooling, so I gave them this week
oh,
off as our break. So it's hard for them to be quiet because they're.
you're like legit
I
homeschooling.
am.
Oh,
I'm homeschooling.
that's
Uh,
amazing.
yeah, it's been really fun actually. I didn't, I went to school to be a teacher, but
Yeah,
I never thought I could teach my own kids. I just didn't think I could.
yeah.
It's different, but it's been actually really good. I'm
Mm,
enjoying it a lot, surprisingly.
I love it. I love that. The next question is, where are you? You mentioned Wisconsin, and then, I mean, where are you in your house?
I am in my living room. This is my living room. Yep.
Oh,
Over there.
there he is again.
There's my family photos up on the wall. Yep. I'm in my
Yay.
living room here in my home.
That's awesome. Are you in like Western Wisconsin-ish
Yep.
area? Like,
False. Hmm.
okay, so still kind of close enough
Yeah.
to come and visit us in the cities.
Yeah, definitely. We're close to everything. My husband works in Blaine still, so he drives to work every day. And yeah, it's like, the suburbs are so far. I was thinking when I used to work in St. Paul, I drove this far almost anyway every day to get to work. So,
Sure.
except it was back and forth in traffic, stop and go traffic. So it's really not bad. And I grew up in a small town and, in the trees. So I feel at home. It's funny how when you're a kid, you want nothing but to get away from that. And then you
Right.
grow up and you go, oh, wait a minute. I kind of like this. I kind of want to, I kind of want to
Want to
be.
get back?
So, but I've got beautiful trails outside my house and park right next door. And yeah, so it's great.
Mm,
I'm happy.
love that. That's awesome. I'm wondering, would you sing us a song and tell us why you're going to sing that song?
I am going to sing a song off of our new record. I'm going to sing Either Way, and I picked it because Mark wrote it.
Oh, he did.
Mark
Go,
wrote
Mark. It's a really good one.
it years ago. It's an older song. He wrote it years ago, but we decided to
Oh,
do it. And I'm going to sing this one because I think it's completely different than what people are used to for me because a lot of my stuff is so, big and bold and things. And this song is, not that.
yeah. Yeah.
So I'll turn this a little bit so you can kind of see Mark a little bit.
No, no,
Oh, there I
no.
go. I got all excited and it fell right now. Okay, never
I
mind.
like it. All
Wait.
right, Joyann Parker, everybody.
All right. All right. I ask such a simple question. What to say? Do you want me? I ask. Could go either way. Do you need me? I ask. He only turned away. Such a simple question could go either way. I am spinning in a whirlpool, going round and round and round, going down. And he ain't got nothing left to say either way. Do you love me? I cried. Now his eyes met mine. Such a simple question. Well, yes, I expect there was a time could go either way.
I had like the goofiest, I mean, that's like a serious and saddish song, and I couldn't stop smiling because you sound so damn beautiful, Joyann. It's such a treat to hear you.
Thank you.
Anytime. It's a super treat to, right now, I'm getting a private concert, and that leads me to, why do I have this show, and who am I? Because you're probably watching for Joyann. My name is Sarah Morris, and I am in my green bathroom, a place where Joyann has before. It was a good day.
That was the day I matched the bathroom. I remember that.
Yes, you did match the bathroom, and we sang "Make and Believe," and it was amazing. So pre-COVID, I used to invite people into my bathroom to sing cover songs and during toilet tunes, and I have really still missed collaborating with people in my bathroom, and so this is how I'm doing it. I miss my friends. I miss hearing people sing like to me, and as a singer, I'm tired of looking at my face while I sing and my phone, and so I wanted to offer a chance to my friends. You can look at my face while you sing. So there it is. I get a private concert, and also, people get to meet their new favorite songwriters and singers.
Yeah.
That is track 4 on the new album, right? This track 4. Yep.
Yes.
It comes after, I feel like there's 3 like solid bangers, and like you don't expect it, and then it's just this tender moment, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that
on the record. So that one's one of the breathers.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you to tell me something good. Tell me.
Mark's like dying over here. He wants us to play.
Hi, Mark. Yes. Go for it.
Something good. We have lots of good stuff. We've got, we just made a new music video the other day, so that is very exciting. And we made one for Carry On, and I really would love to make music videos for all of my songs because
yes, you should.
They all have a story. If I had money, unlimited money, I would totally do it. But we scraped up enough money to do another one. So we made a video for Out of the Dark, which is the track, and really important to me. That song is really important to me. So, and it's going to be really, really awesome. It's so exciting. Maybe, you know what? I can show you a really cool picture. Here, let me
show us a picture.
This is a picture that just got grabbed by, maybe you can see, I hope you can see it. Can you see that?
I can see that.
Look at that. Look at that
Oh
picture.
my God, that's amazing.
That's me there. I can't ever do this. It's backwards. Gosh darn it. There. But yeah,
That's
I mean,
so cool.
that's me. That doesn't even look like, I'm like, I look like a rock star. That's amazing. So this is,
Well, you are a rock star. What's your face?
I feel like not what most days, but anyway, but yeah, so that's going to be so cool. I'm really excited. But I'm also good things, lots of shows for the summer coming up, and I'm really excited about that. We just got another inquiry for another one today for a full band show, which I love. I mean, we have lots of duo shows on the schedule, but we also have quite a few side band gigs. So what we're doing, the relief sessions with Nick Sterling again down in Burnsville. He's going to do a few of those, which are super cool. All like they're like multiple artists, like mini festivals all summer long. And
Cool.
yeah, and then Crooners is opening their outside stage again, which they're putting out like this big permanent tent, and so that opens at the end of April, and it's going to be heated, and we are on the opening weekend for that with the Patsy Cline show, so that's really cool. We're on our 3rd year of Patsy Cline.
Yes.
I thought I would be doing it twice, maybe, like total. And we just went through 3 years in February, so that's really exciting.
Can you tell us a bit about that's like if someone's just meeting you for the first time? Tell me about the Patsy Cline.
I just decided I wanted to do a tribute to Patsy Cline 3 years ago, and since I went to school to be a music teacher, part of it I wanted to be the history, and so I wrote a little script, and I go through the story of her life and her music as we go through the songs, and so it's about 90 minutes. It's really more of like almost like a theater production, more so than like it's like a concert. I mean, it's really cool. People really have enjoyed the storytelling. They always say, "Oh, I really loved learning about this or that," and they hopefully hear a few songs they don't really know. And yeah, I mean, it's just been going like gangbusters. So we do it mostly at Crooners and then out at Chanhassen too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's fun. Come on out. I get my hair done and I dress in vintage.
Oh yeah,
Got a new vintage dress. It's perfect. Yeah.
Your Instagram pictures when you like have visited your hair lady, hair and makeup,
Yes.
Layla or
Right. Yes.
yeah, they're so good. And I was like, I better wear red lipstick today because Joyann always brings it on point. But you got pastels today, which is wonderful.
Yes.
Whereas
Yeah.
contrast. Do you have a favorite Patsy song?
Yeah. Well, if you got Leaving on Your Mind, you know that one?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Somebody actually said, oh, it was Liz, because Liz Draper's playing bass with us. And,
she's so good.
Yeah, she's wonderful. So she's playing bass with us, and she posted our show the other day, and her friend was like, well, what does she do if you've got Leaving on Your Mind in that show? He was like, she's coming unless that song was in there. I'm like, yes.
It is. It's a good one. I think my favorite is She's Got You.
I love that.
Most times. But I totally remember when I fell in love with Patsy Cline music. It was probably in late college and just being like, I wish I'd had this all my life.
I know.
Why didn't I?
Exactly.
And I don't actually play it for the kids very often, so I'm not giving them what I wanted. So I need to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and all we had was country music and classic rock. And so I hated it when I was a kid, because it was so boring. It was so boring. So I didn't really get into it till, 8, 10, 9 years ago. I revisited it and went, why have I not been paying attention to this? You have all those old biases in your head, like, no, old country is boring.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, so much of that I've had to oh, actually, I was wrong.
Yeah, right.
It's great.
You realize, right? You're like, oh, I was just being a dumb kid. Oh.
Yeah, which is all. It's part of the circle of life, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is in case you missed it. I'm going to hold up. This is your debut album, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Hard to Love. You can see that she's rocking the lipstick as promised. This is beautiful. It's 2018. You kind of hit the Twin Cities, 5, 6 years ago, like gangbusters. That's how my heart sees it.
Yeah, I started. You should go grab a record. We can show the. There's some downstairs. We'll show you the record. I'll go grab one so you can see them.
Please, thank you.
9 years ago now. I've actually known Mark 9 years. So cover band first. So I started writing probably started writing about 7.5 years ago or 8 years ago now. And probably about 7 years ago, I started writing and then moved out of the covers. And so with this particular, like under my name, probably like, 6 years probably under, here's the new record. Here you go.
This new record, which debuted at a number 11
Yes.
on the Billboard
Billboard.
charts. What are you even talking about? Except for, yes, of course it did. It is so beautiful, everybody. And I want you to go and buy it at joyannparker.com. I will do all the links. But I want you to buy it. And then once you bought it, I also want you to stream it a bunch of times because you actually need to do both. That's part of the deal. It's so wonderful. You worked with Kevin Bowe.
Yes.
And he's awesome.
So great. So great. It was really a great match. I actually, a lot of people don't know, I actually started working with somebody else on this record, and it wasn't a good fit. And I think I felt it was that Midwestern guilt where you're like, well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. You know what I mean? Because
Yes.
it wasn't at all. It wasn't, it was just, it didn't feel right. And so I want to give everybody out there, if you get in that position, give yourself permission to not, you can stop. You can stop. Start over. It's not a loss. You might lose some money. You might feel bad about, but you know what? It's just money, and you'll find somewhere to make. If it's art, you got to do what's in your heart. So, and I just, but I did. I went through. It was hard because I'm like, maybe. How do I know if I'm right? How do I know? But I just did. So, and then I talked to Kevin, and he said, "Well, yeah, I know who you are. I've been kind of watching what's going on with you, and I'd love to work with you." And it was just really, really great because he really got what I was doing, and that's the key. You want to find somebody who really understands you. And it's interesting. Do you produce your own stuff, or do you work with somebody?
I co-produce with either my bandmates or my engineer.
Yeah. Okay. So, I've done that. I only did that with that. So before, I've only done that. So I did produce with Kevin as well.
Yeah.
But this time I was able to hand over a couple songs and let him produce them. And so it was a completely new experience for me to do that as well. But it wasn't scary because I knew that he knew me well enough. You know what I mean? And I think in those positions where you have like producers, like I always use Daniel Lanois as an example because everybody knows Daniel Lanois' name. They know the U2 record, because if you go to Daniel Lanois, you go because you want his sound. You're going to make that record. And that's not what I wanted to do. I was approached by some other people before this who went, well, we would love to make a record with you, but we want to use our band and we want to do it this way. And I went, well, okay, do I really want to do that? I don't. I really don't.
Yeah.
When you have a vision for your own stuff and it's good, you should just trust yourself to do it.
And you have a band of salt. I mean, that's, I think, the other thing, right? Like they're not just like side people who join you. They're like your band. And I think there's a real, what a gift to be able to use your people and then also have this outside voice that you trust come in. And like, it's so beautiful. I'm just really.
Yeah, because you've been playing the music, you know it, they know that, you know what I mean? And then you have Kevin who just goes, just give me that little bit extra, and he's really good at getting that out of people. Really good, pushing you to some place you didn't really know it was there. And then you're like, whoa, I made that. That's really cool.
I love it. And I would say that it's true that, I've heard he's produced some other, of our friends' records. He's produced a ton of things, but like people that I know a little bit more, like people who've been in my bathroom, for instance. And I don't feel like I hear this as a Kevin. I can always hear like, oh, that's a Katie Vernon album. This is a Joyann Parker album, you know? And that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you didn't go to Kevin because you want him to make his record. He just put frosting on the top and makes it great. But like I said, I actually gave him Out of the Dark and that version of myself and said, here you go, you produce it. And that was a really fun experience. But normally I would be super scared of that, I would think, because I had the melody, I had, an accompaniment part with the piano part. I had a few elements and then he just took it and and cool. That was really cool. And I'm really, really happy with it,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't have thought to put a Stevie Wonder harmonica on that version of myself, That was not my idea.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And you were kickstarting the album kind of right before COVID hit. Is that true? Because I remember following that, and then you had to probably modify a little bit, but you were able to get it done. And
we were, well, yeah, I mean, we were in there. We were in there in January, right? January, and then, starting to get rolling on things, and then
Yeah.
down. So then we didn't get back in the studio till May, probably. Right.
Mhm.
And then the weird part of it is that we were all in there together making, recordings together.
Yeah.
For that, you had to go in piece by piece, which was scary for me because,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Because I was so used to being with everybody in one room and kind of recording that way.
Yeah.
That was an interesting, Roll With It, that Steve Winwood song. I have adopted that as my theme song from
I
now.
love it.
What are you gonna do? You just do it. You just do it.
For sure. And there's always something special that comes out. I feel like whatever
Yeah.
you're rolling with, there's a gift in there that you're going to find,
It's a gift to me, really,
Yeah.
as a control. You know what I mean? Like somebody who really is more kind of like tends to be that way,
Yeah.
to be able to just let it go was a real gift, because now I've developed that part of me that just goes, okay, well, we'll just make the most of whatever situation I get thrown into. We're in
Mm.
parts of it,
Yeah.
Well, that's what are you gonna do? I am not really a pessimist. I've been prone to depression in my life, but I am not a pessimist. It's interesting. I think people did generally say that my name fits me pretty well, that Joy fits me pretty well. So it was hard for me to go through those. It's hard for me
Yeah.
times, I don't like that at all.
No,
So,
I get that. Yeah, well, I'm so glad that like you were able to find the ways to pivot and, and to
mhm.
roll with it. And you are going to release it. You've been doing a series of release shows. That feels like a good COVID, like a good here's how we do it
Yes.
kind of thing. um, if you're in the Twin Cities, so 2 days after today, you will be able to watch. You could go to the show. It is at Crooners.
Yep. Yep. The 11th
That's an in-person one, right?
is in person. Yep.
Yeah.
And they're at.
Crooners has really been like front of like the game for like how can we get people back in safely, right? That's sort of been their deal.
Yep. It's been so great. They have done so many renovations in the room.
Hmm.
Just yeah. I mean, I would stop by there. Well, I had a photo shoot there for the Star Tribune, so I went there when they were working.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they were in there 8 hours a day working on that place every day. And that's the staff. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
who works there was in there doing the construction. I mean, it was just, they are so dedicated to that place and to the community that it's unbelievable. So
That's beautiful.
definitely a good place to go if you're craving to get out for live music, and it's safe, and the food is delicious, and everything is right about Crooners. So come on out. You come on out and see us. We're on our fifth. We sold out 4 shows. We're on our 5th one on the 11th. So
That's awesome. I should say also that you do have like a magnificent live show. Like it is, I kind of mentioned this earlier. It's so cool to see you in this format, but like you do have just like a rockin' full band show. You're an amazing guitar player as well as a singer, and you do it all in like really hot high heels. I was just watching your Carry On video and I was like, let's have a moment for each one of these outstanding pairs of shoes. Let's just like take a second because there's like a couple really great shoe shots and I'm like,
yeah.
yes.
Well, let me tell you what. I found those. I have that one pair of shoes in about 6 different colors. So
That's my favorite game ever. Like, do I like you? I want you in 5 colors. Because I hate shopping. So if I can just like
I know me
work,
too, sister.
sweet.
I'm so over shopping. That's the thing. I was like, I'm kind of like not missing going to the store and trying on. I'm kind of like, well, the UPS guy was just here again. They're like, I mean, he's my friend. It's like if I don't order, if he doesn't come here in a couple of days, he has to come check on me because he's afraid something happens.
I get it a lot. So we're going to have everyone, we're going to link to your website so that we can go and find out where you're playing, because you do have a lot of outdoor shows, like you said, this summer, and you also have some duo shows. And I'm going to ask if you'll play us another song.
Yeah, we're going to do another tune off the record. We're going to do Predator.
Ooh.
It's just fun. And it's funny. I actually had a couple people mention the Predator and Dirty Rotten Guy are two songs that are right next to each other on the record. And it's funny because they're totally juxtaposed. One is about a bad guy, and then the other one is about like a bad girl. So we just proving that I know that it can happen on both sides.
Equal opportunity. That's good.
It's funny. The second one is actually about a bad girl looking for a bad guy. Maybe she wants to be a bad girl. I don't know. But anyway, this song is written about exactly what you think it's about. It's a bad guy who just you should probably stay away from. So,
all right.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, oh. There's a type of man I need to warn you about. Hide your children and your wife, 'cause he's a soulless serpent and he's bound to suck you dry. He looks harmless enough as he sits silently, but he's only stalking his prey. And he'll wait for the weekend alone, and then he'll have his way. 'Cause he's a predator and he's hungry for another kind and generous soul. He's a bloodthirsty cat, but you can't be mad at him. It's just how he was born. So beware and take care, 'cause he's on the prowl, ready to destroy and steal. You know a predator won't stop till he's had his next meal. He's the evilest kind, it comes on so sweet, a devil with an angel's face. And he'll distract you with pretty words and a warm embrace. But you better watch out, because before long his true colors and his fangs will peep. Hey, you'll find yourself trapped in his web of deceit. 'Cause he is a predator and he's hungry for another kind and generous soul. He's a bloodthirsty cat, but you can't be mad at him. It's just how he was born. But beware and take care, 'cause he's on the prowl, ready to destroy and steal. You know a predator won't stop till he's had his next meal. He's the best of the best at camouflage, and he can hide right in plain sight. Twist you till you don't know which way serve you, feel like you're losing your mind. He's a master of the ways of the hunt, and he'll take you down with ease. Before you know what beat you, you'll be on your knees. Now there's no surefire way to avoid this particular species of creep, but these words of advice have been very helpful to me. If you meet a super charming fella who comes on too strong and drops a love bomb on your first date, you better run for the hills, girl, before you find out it's too late. 'Cause he's a predator and he's hungry for another kind and generous soul. He's a bloodthirsty cat, but you can't be mad at him. It's just how he was born. But beware and take care, 'cause he's on the prowl, ready to destroy and steal. You know a predator won't stop till his heart is next meal.
Joyann Parker! So good! Out of the Dark is the new album, everybody. I need to ask you, what is something you're listening to these days that's like driving you wild? Play it forward. is what we call this.
What am I listening to these days?
Yes.
I am horrible because I only listen to like old stuff, so I can't really say anything new.
That's great. No, we want the old
Is
stuff
that
too.
okay?
I've learned really like specifically fantastic old stuff through asking this question, ladies. So please
Oh.
hit me up.
Well, I love trying to find new music, but of course, I'm always trying to find modern stuff. But my go-to record is Sam Cooke as live record. If you go, that is the absolute best pick-me-up record on the face of the planet. Just that, and I have been listening to a lot of Steely Dan.
Yes.
So I think I've watched the Making of Asia documentary like 4 times. So I've been listening to tons of Steely Dan and finding a bunch of things that I can use in my own writing, and it's kind of been popping out, which is super interesting. So yeah,
that's awesome.
My Sam Cooke record. If you are looking for a pick me up on a day that you're just kind of feeling blah, that's my go-to.
That's awesome. We just went through a Sam Cooke run at dinner that we always like have dinner music, and but I don't always specifically listen to the live record, so I will do that. And Steely Dan for me, like that's one of the things that my dad would play all the time that I was like, must we again? But now I'm like, no, I'm so glad that I heard that all the time, and I feel like I want to search out this documentary because that sounds
it's so interesting. It shows, it just the mastery of the musicians on their records is unbelievable. But they are so complicated, and the musicians are it's unreal the level that these people play at on these records. So yeah, it's super interesting. But yeah, search out the Sam Cooke live record because he is just so sexy and so full of life. It's like, oh, you cannot be in a bad mood listening to it. He pushes everything a little bit too hard almost. Isn't it? Don't you think? But it's just like, oh, it's just such a great, your kids would love it.
Yes. Yay. Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to say thank you to you, Joyann, and Mark, Disembodied Hand, for being with us. It was such a joy to get to listen to you and to see your face. It's been so long. And thanks to the people who are watching. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be here next Friday. And until then, I must sing the theme song at you again. Hey, I miss you. And I hope you're doing well. I miss you and hearing your music IRL. So I am thinking that you'll sing me a couple tunes while I just sit here in my bathroom saying, hey, Joyann and Mark, I miss you.
We miss you too.
Thank you. Everybody be well.